Hey everyone, and hi if you're new here, I'm Jade. Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got like a little bit of a bookish haul because um if you haven't kept up with my videos, sneak peek from last time, I now have bookshelves that I need to fill, and I knew that I would be getting them sometime, you know, at the beginning of this year. I knew I'd get them this year. Let's put it that way. So once I'd worked out what I wanted and everything, I needed to order a few bits. I definitely still need a lot more to decorate with, and a lot of the stuff you're going to see is not for my bookshelves, but it's basically an accumulation of everything bookish I've sort of acquired in the last few months. Okay, so if you love books like me, you probably get as much joy as I do out of owning bookish things as well as books. There are a couple of books I'm going to show you, just like the couple of new ones I've bought very, very recently. But other than that, it's all bookish items, and we'll do the books last because this is more of a bookish items haul, not books. But I had to include them, or it felt a little rude. So then, obviously, I will organize my bookshelves with me. Now, I'm not going to be very good at it, I don't think. So I think I'm going to post that video as a kind of this is what I've done so far. What would you recommend, kind of thing? I definitely will take everyone's comments into consideration because the part that was missing is now here. So all the shelves are in the bookshelf and they're ready to go. But I wanted to do this little haul first, and then I might try and start on those today, but I am teaching today, so I don't have loads of time. Tomorrow I've got a really busy teaching day as well, but maybe I'll start sorting through things or something. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on and let me show you my new bookish items. So actually, the first thing I have is this new necklace. Now from there, you probably can't see it too well, but it has a little book, a heart, and a little pearl. I'm going to put a picture up now of it up close so you can see it as I talk about it, but it's super, super cute. Yeah, it just has this little book, but it's not like gimmicky, like I feel like sometimes with like bookish kind of items like jewelry, they tend to make them like really gimmicky and they look kind of cheap and fake, and whereas this is really nice. It's a really good quality. It is from a brand called Ana Luisa, who I had used before, and I just happened to see that they had a book necklace, so I decided to order it. I will admit it runs slightly on the pricier end. It was, I think, $75. So it's definitely a little bit more on the pricey end, but the jewelry I've had from them in the past is still in great quality, even though it's been a few years. So I have high hopes that it lasts a long time. It is coated in, I think it's 14 karat gold, so it is something designed to last, not to be a gimmicky piece of costume jewelry. So the next thing I'm going to show you is not exactly bookish, but I bought it with bookish intentions. It is just this clear acrylic pot, and I just thought it'd be great to like store my bookmarks in because right now they're just thrown on my TBR cart and they're a complete mess. So I thought I could get this, I could put it on one of the bookshelves, on top of the bookshelves, something like that. Yeah, and it would just keep them nice and organized. So it is just like this thin acrylic pot. It was really cheap on Amazon. So as I said, not specifically bookish, but I bought it to be bookish. And then to go with that, of course, there are a couple of bookmarks. I mean, I say of course, I do actually have quite a few bookmarks, but most of mine are super old. I have not bought many in the last like 4 or 5 years at all. So I don't feel like, mine are very great. Like they're very old and tatty, which is great, shows I use them, but I just felt like I could use a couple more. So the first one I picked up, which I got a couple of months ago now, says when one book closes, another opens, and it just has this like picture of a book sort of glowing at the bottom and has little stars around it, and it just has this little gold tassel. I kind of like my bookmarks to match my book, kind of, I guess, sometimes. So I thought this kind of goes with everything, but it also sort of has that fantasy element, and I do read a lot of fantasy, so that's why I picked this one up. This was from Amazon, by the way, and it was super cheap. I think it was like $2.95 or something like that, but I will try and link everything in the description that I can find. And then I also got this one. I don't know if you can really see in the camera, but it kind of shimmers like the little hearts, but it's like a tree made up with like heart leaves, I guess you could say. And it has these kind of pastel colors with the pink and the kind of bluey green. I just thought it was really pretty. It's pastel green on the back. And then the little charm thing is like really cute. It just has these little gold hearts with these little colored beads. And yeah, and this is by the same brand as the other one, by the way, and all of their designs are super cheap, and there's loads of different ones. So they are called Peter Pauper Press. So have a look at them on Amazon or elsewhere if you can buy them elsewhere, because yeah, they're super affordable, but I just think they're really good, and I love that there's like so many different designs. So like a lot of girlies that read fantasy, I am an ACOTAR fan, so I picked up this mug. I don't know why, I just really like this design, and it says Surreal Tea Company, and then it says the hottest tea in Prithian, served fresh or served fresh day or night. So yeah, this is the design. Hopefully you can see it well without the sun shining in too much, but obviously I have the sun in so we can actually see in here while I film. But yeah, I just think it's really cute. I'm not going to use this as decor. I think I'm actually going to use it as a mug because I really like it. But it'll still fit, you know, if I'm sitting in my office having a nice cup of tea or coffee. So yeah, I just had to buy this. I also found this on Amazon. Okay, so the next thing I have to show you is a t-shirt. I really wanted some like bookish clothes. I really want some bookish sweaters, but we're kind of moving out of that. It's very hot here now, or it's starting to get that way. So I wouldn't really get much use of them. So I'll probably revisit that idea and treat myself to some maybe near Christmas, you know, or something this coming year. But I did order myself a t-shirt. Let me show you. Okay, I'm awkwardly leaning it over me while I film, but it says, Andarna, we do not eat our allies. I will show you a clip of me trying it on. Unfortunately, it is humongous on me. So this is in a size medium, which it said was a US 8, and it's not. I got it on Temu, so maybe I should have known better, but it was a local seller on Temu, so I'm not really a fan of like using things like Temu, but obviously they do have the local seller thing, so it is someone shipping locally to me. This only actually took a couple of days to arrive, and it's really good quality. It's 100% cotton, so really good material. It's just, yeah, it's way too big, and unfortunately they'd sold out of any smaller sizes after this. So you know what? I just thought I will keep this one. I can like knot it. I can wear it as a night dress or something. But yeah, it's not quite what I wanted. So I'm still working on my bookish wardrobe. But I just thought this design with the thing was really cute because I love Andarna. She might be like my favorite character in Fourth Wing. Okay, and the next thing in this bookish haul might be my favorite. So I got this cute little book vase. As you can see, it has this as its like side, as its spine, and then on the front it says, and she lived amazingly ever after, and it's white in this beautiful shimmery gold writing, and then it has like, you know, the faux page side as if it's like a gold sprayed edge. So yeah, I just think this is super beautiful. I also got this on Amazon. Yes, most of the stuff is Amazon. I did go in Barnes and Noble and have a look for stuff, but they just didn't really have much. And there is like a couple of independent bookstores in my city, which I do need to go check out. So that's definitely something I want to do, but I just couldn't spend too much right now. So decor for my bookshelves is definitely going to be a work in progress. But yeah, I just loved this, so I had to order it. Again, the next item isn't strictly bookish, but it's flowers for the vase because, you know, obviously I have to have something to put in there. So I went for this sort of like pale pink white theme because I feel like it will go well in my office space without being too intrusive, because I already have some like bright pink tulips in here, but they are faux roses. And then I also got this sort of tall, I don't even know what this type of thing is called. Sorry, I am not a flower person. And if you know what plant, obviously this is fake, but if you know what plant it's trying to imitate, to let me know. But yeah, I just thought these would look super cute. I got these in Michael's in the US. I feel like most sort of like DIY artsy stores do a lot of this kind of thing, so that's kind of what Michael's is. It's like an art craft store. And yeah, and because these are like mini faux flowers, because obviously the vase is really small because it is like literally the size of a little book, so I just feel like this will go perfectly. And I guess you'll get to see if you watch my decorate my bookshelves with me, organize my bookshelves with me video when that's out. So if you want to see what this looks like, please come back and check that. Maybe hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Okay, so I adore the next item. It's not strictly bookish, but it works for me. It's actually from a movie, but they did turn the movie into a book. Yes, that way around. And I have read the book. It's not amazing, I will say, but it's a bit of a cult thing, right? And I am talking about The Labyrinth. So Labyrinth is literally one of my favorite movies. It's just so magical and fantasy, and I feel like that's why I love all my fantasy books, because of how obsessed I was with this movie. I first saw it when I was 3 years old, and I used to watch it on repeat, and I love anything to do with it. So actually, in my office, I do have a labyrinth print on the wall. It's really beautiful. But I saw this on Amazon, which is like a little labyrinth music box, and it plays as the world falls down. And I've always wanted something like this, and I thought it would look cute, like sitting on my bookshelves. So it's kind of bought as bookshelf decor, even though it's not strictly bookish. And we can see what we think. But it just says labyrinth on the top side. Then it has the silhouettes on the sides of Sarah and Jareth. And then the back says as the world falls down. The underside is just plain because, you don't need to see that. But let me show you a little video of it working. Yeah, I just think it's super, super sweet. I don't know, I just love it. I just think it's a cute little music box. So I thought I'd include it in this haul because I said not strictly bookish, but kind of. I feel like a lot of fantasy girlies like Labyrinth, so yeah. Okay, the next two items I'm not going to dwell on too much just because they have been in videos before, but I thought they should be included in here because they're still quite recent bookish items of mine. One's for Christmas, one's for my birthday. So this is the one from Christmas, which is obviously an Akatar themed thing. You can plug it in, it lights up, and it just has the "to the stars who listen, the dreams that are answered" phrase with like the Blaris Mountains, and it has my name on it because I got it personalized and my husband got me this for Christmas. I wanted to share this again just because I genuinely think it's made really well, and it's by someone on Etsy, so I would like to promote like small businesses, so I thought I'd include it again. And then I have my New York skyline bookends, which were in my birthday haul, just in case you didn't see that, which my friend bought me from Amazon. So that is all the bookish items. Let me just show you two new books I have bought recently. I have been trying not to buy too many because my huge book haul has kept my TBR cart kind of overflowing, not gonna lie. So I'm trying not to buy too much, but let me show you. First off, we have 20 Years Later by Charlie Donnelly, and that is because it is my book club's, like my in-person's book club's pick for the month. I have not read any Charlie Donnelly, but I often see the name everywhere. So I'm looking forward to giving this a go. If you've read any of their books, please let me know what it's like. And then finally, I picked up this Elfie edition, which is from Barnes & Noble. It's their exclusive edition, so it has this sprayed edge, which I think is really cute, and I just thought this was really nice. Like, I could put it on display at like Halloween or something. I don't know, it just gives like good vibes. I still haven't read the other Wicked books. I got them for Christmas, but I feel like I just haven't really been in the right vibe for those. And I know they are very different from the musical, and they are quite hard going to read from what I've heard. So I just haven't got around to it yet. But for some reason, I really want to read this one first. If anyone's read them, can you let me know? Is it okay to read this first? Like, I feel like it should be, but I'm scared I should read them the other way. So if you do know, let me know. Otherwise, who knows what will happen. But anyway, thank you for joining me and seeing what bookish things I bought. As I said, I will try and leave links in description for things in case there was anything you wanted. And yeah, I will see you again real soon to organize my bookshelves. Bye!